Hi everybody, I'm Cece Carmichael with Howdini.com, and I'm going to show you how to make a flourless chocolate cake. The great thing about this cake, only 5 ingredients. It couldn't be easier. We've got 2 sticks of unsalted butter, that's a cup. We've got 6 eggs, a cup and a quarter of granulated sugar, 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, good quality chocolate, and 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. That's it. First thing we're going to do is melt our butter. Again, that's 2 sticks of butter, 1 whole cup, unsweetened, and 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. Now, you need to use really good quality chocolate, at least 60% cocoa or higher. Throw that in with our butter and get those melting. Ooh, give it a stir. Our next step while our butter and our chocolate are melting is to mix the dry ingredients with our eggs. So again, we have a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder in here, which I've sifted to get the lumps out, and a cup and a quarter of just plain old granulated sugar. Throw that in there. Give that a little whisk. And then we're going to start cracking some eggs. Then we're almost done. 6 eggs. Now, because this cake doesn't have flour, you don't have to worry about the fact that it's not going to rise, because it's not supposed to. So it's kind of a fail-safe cake, if you know what I mean. And then basically you're just going to whisk that together. That looks so good already. Alrighty, so that part's done. My chocolate and my butter are completely melted. That didn't take hardly any time. And we're just going to combine the two. Okay, got to be a little careful if your butter and chocolate are too hot. You don't want to scramble your eggs. So add a little bit in and give that a whisk, sort of temper it a little bit. And then just keep adding it in. Oh, you could almost just eat it just like this. Get the rest of that in. This is a very dense, moist cake. And the great thing about it too, because it doesn't have flour, it keeps for a long time. You don't need frosting with it. Oh my heavens, it's so thick and dense. And basically, that is your batter. Just combine those. Oh, it's so chocolatey. Now that we've got all these ingredients blended, all we have to do is get it into the pan. And what I've got here is a springform pan. If you've never seen one, basically the bottom comes out, which makes it easier to get the cake out when it's done. And to that, I've taken wax paper or parchment paper and cut it to the shape of the pan, which also will make it easier to get it out. And a little bit of butter on the bottom. And we're ready to go. Get a spatula so we can get every drop of this. Okay. Let's get every last bit out of this bowl. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and we're just going to throw it in the oven for about 45 minutes, and then you've got to be ready for the best cake you've ever eaten. So our cake has been baking for 45 minutes in a 350 degree oven. I let it cool a little bit. And basically this cake needs nothing but maybe a little garnish to make it look pretty. And another little tip, powdered sugar, just to give it a little contrast. Get a little strainer there. And basically you're done. Now this cake is so rich and so dense. You don't need a really big slice, just a little sliver will do you, but boy is it good.